I'm sick, which sucks because I'm only sick like usually once every 4 years or something like that. Like I'm never sick. I hate being sick. It sucks. I'm not sure if I'm gonna start it in this video. Probably not, because I think. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. There's a couple things I want to do, like I was talking about in my other video. Where I did a couple takes, take 3 or third take or whatever. Whatever I called it. That I kind of want to change up, everything that I've been doing here instead of just normal updates or whatever you want to call them. They're not really vlogs, I don't think. But I almost want to make it into a show, sort of. Not really a show, but I don't know, kind of get more in depth and show you guys more of everything than just tell you, I guess, So I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do that. If I want to do an intro and make it kind of like a real show, or if I just kind of want to be like, this is what I'm doing, this is what, but make it a different series than just a random like update. Hey, this is me, So I'm thinking about that. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do that in this one or next one. There is some stuff that's changed, obviously, as you guys can probably tell. There's been a lot going on. I experienced my first earthquake the other day. I don't know if it was the 4th. No, it wasn't the 4th. It was the day before. Wait, maybe it was the 4th. I don't know. Whatever it was, they experienced my first earthquake. Didn't feel any aftershocks. People were like, oh my god, these aftershocks are crazy. Nah, son. The earthquake felt like someone was either like having sex upstairs or like someone was stomping around or moving furniture. Like it didn't feel like anything crazy. One of my friends, someone, they were just like, hey, it feels like a fucking massage or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. Once I experience it, I'll kind of, I guess, know what they mean. And it did. It felt like a chair that kind of gives you a massage and just kind of like is shaking all over, So it's like, what's going on? What is this? Although I wasn't in a crazy area where we got hit, and then later that night, I guess when people were feeling aftershocks, I was coming down this way to San Diego, and I am back in San Diego. Different area than I was originally, and yeah, but there's just like, I don't know, I didn't feel any aftershocks at all. Some people I know did, and I don't know, they were like, oh, these are nuts, but I don't think they really like were. I don't know. There was a couple people in West Hollywood that said that they had, the first one was like 4.1 or 4.2. They said one of their aftershocks was like a 6.9. So yeah, I guess if you were on the top floor, you might feel some crazy shit. But if not, it wouldn't have been that much. So I don't know, people are like overdoing it out here. People are dramatic as fuck. It wasn't shit, dude. It literally wasn't. Shout out to like all the real ones that were still worried though, because I guess it was like a nationwide thing, and it was like one of the longest earthquakes in a while. I think it's hitting Vegas a little harder than us though, I heard. I don't know, I don't really watch the news or anything because fuck all that nonsense, right? So you can probably tell I like just showered and everything. But yeah, I'm fucking, I hate being sick. Back hurts, my fucking throat hurts, my head hurts. Everything fucking hurts. But like I said, I might start the series now or I might wait on it. But I know I have plans for what I want to do. Kind of like I said, show more than just kind of tell more. And I was going to do that already, but I just never got the chance to. So there's a lot of stuff I got to do still here. I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to do this. On top of that, on top of just, got so much shit I got to do. And this is already kind of going to be a late update, sadly. So, yeah. I don't know. I figured out. The thing that sucks, though, about being like a rapper is you get paid last behind everyone. Whether you have a record deal or not, you get paid last because of how the system works. So it's really like it's almost against you, you know? And I can't even say all singers are entertainers, because if you're a singer, even I've had some friends, in a cappella groups, you can do weddings, you can do whatever, upscale events where they want people with nice voices to do covers or just sing or do whatever, you can do shows, you can do tours way easier. Even though you might not have as big of a crowd, you can do more upscale places that'll pay you more like that. You can go to schools, for example. They're not going to want a rapper in a school. You know what I mean? Unless it's like some bullshit kid rap, and that's... Nah, son. I don't even think a high school would want that. So, it's like, nah. But if you think about it, the producers, they can sell beats from $10 to $100, like that. As long as you got people that are interested, know how to make contracts, have decent beats, in a week you can get money in a day. But I mean, probably want to take a little bit to learn, at least. And I'd say as a producer, you should be making at least 3 to 5 beats a day. That's just me, though. I know some people find it hard enough to make a beat a day, but I think if you're really serious about it, that's not that much. Beats, you can make beats way faster than you can make songs. And that's a big fact, You can make, on average, I think it's like 4 beats to 1 song written and recorded, if not more than that. So I think the average song takes 2 hours to record, and then however much to write. Some people it takes an hour, some people it takes a month, depending. But we can say 3 hours, you know what I mean? Most people can make a couple beats, if not 1 beat an hour, more than that. So it just depends, though, because I mean, I've seen people make a beat in 15 minutes or recreate an old beat within 5 minutes. So it's like, it's possible. You might not be in the right mindset, you might gotta get into it, but you can do way more. And just think about that, if you can even do 1 beat in 2 hours, that's still faster than you can do a song. So you can make money off of that right away. As long as, I said, you got people that are interested, you market, or just send out a free beat pack until people are like, oh my god, this is actually pretty dope, and then, however you want to do it. So you can make money off that. And even if you don't sell them, you give them to an artist who's actually doing shit, they gotta give you a share. Producers make 50% because you made half the song, you made the beat. Even though the words are kind of like the most important, the beat is like the feeling, and it's the thing that you don't need to know that language to understand. Everybody knows that feeling once they hear that beat, The words just amplify it. And even though those are like 80% of the song, the beat is, without the beat, it wouldn't really be a song. So you make 50% as a producer and 50% as the artist. And if you're not the only artist, you're not even making that. So, yeah, unless they bought the beat from you. If they bought the beat from you, then you don't make your money. So you have 2 options, or really even more than that. But as a producer, you can make money making beats and selling them, or making beats and getting a part of, like I said, their revenue if they're getting views or whatever. Or you can kind of do both, where it's like, hey, I'll sell you it for this amount, but you also have to put me down for royalties, because that's what it is. It's a royalty. So now you're making 50% of the song. That's a fuck ton, views wise and whatever. You can make a lot of money off that. So, when people talk about, like I know Rob Level posted a video the other day where it was like, how much money do you make off of like 1 billion views on different services? And I think, I would think more like 10,000, but I guess it was less than that. But Tidal was like 12,000. So I think it was like, on average, it was like around 4 to 5. It wasn't even that much. So, am I thinking of that right? No, million, not thousand. Duh. Yeah. So you might be like, oh my god, that's a lot of money, but it's not. It's not a lot of money at all. So I was like, oh, well, that should be 10 million, but no. It's 12 million some on Tidal, and that's the highest one. Spotify's the lowest one, and it's also the most commonly used, which is why. So you make lower, but there's more people, more opportunity. Now, yes, you might have 1 billion views on all three of these services, then some. Deezer, YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever. But if you didn't buy that beat, the producer might have the beat, and like my song that's on the radio with Mickey Bars, I put him down on top of paying for his feature and paying for the music video, which the music video isn't out yet. We gotta finish that. But on top of paying for that and paying for the radio play myself and doing all that myself, I still gave him 50%. I didn't have to do that. I did it though. Because to me, I don't see it as like a feature. I feel like it's more like our song. You know, we kind of built it from scratch. I picked the beats out that I thought he would like. I was like, I think you're going to like this one or this one. He picked the first one that I said I thought he was going to like. I knew it like that. We did already. All right, we have this connection. We like this beat. Let's get to it. What do we want to do? Okay, and 414-262 Milwaukee Racine idea. Okay, where do we go from there? How do we do this? Da-da-da-da-da. We figured it out. We got it done. So, like, from start to finish, we were there together. It wasn't like I just sent them, you know, an empty verse and was like, hey, put something on this. Like, we did it, you know, start to finish. And he actually did the mix on that song, but he wanted to. You know, he was like, can I do it? Like, yeah, go for it. So he did the mix on it. But yeah, so it's just like, I'm already putting so much money into this. I bought the beat. I put the time into going through, you know, these beats and picking these out and being like, okay, what would he be good on? Okay, da-da-da-da-da, right? Then to thinking of the idea of what it should be about, you know, writing my own verse, recording my own verse, doing everything on top of paying for him to get on the song, paying for the music video, paying for promotion, paying for it to be on the radio, everything. So I had to do that out of my own pocket, and that's a lot of money already. It's a lot. So it's pretty nuts. I'm putting a lot more in than I'm getting out of it, basically. And like I said, I didn't have to give him 50%, but one, it's like, okay, well, I know him personally, you know, he was cool and everything, and even though it did take longer than I wanted it to, and it kind of still is with the music video, you know, I don't think it's personally anyone's fault, you know, so I'm not blaming him for that or anything like that. So, but that's my example of, you know, I'm not even making 100% off that song, but I'm the one who had the idea, I'm the one who picked the beat, I'm the one, you know what I mean? So like I've did a lot, you know, and without that, it wouldn't be on the radio, it wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't be on all this stuff, and I'm not even gonna make 100% off that. So even if I got 1 billion views off that, let's say, you know, on Spotify, $5 million or whatever, well, now I'm splitting that with him. Now I'm only getting about 2 million some, and he's getting 2 million some. You can say 2.5, probably like 2.2 or something like that. Now, yeah, that's a lot of money, but that's a lot of fucking views. We're not gonna get that. That's nuts, you know. It's fucking crazy. So, you know, even people that get like 300,000 views, you're only getting like 1,500, maybe $2,000, you know. I thought it was more than that, but I guess this is more recent than the old ones I was looking at, so maybe it went down recently. But, you know, on top of paying for all that, that's such a, you know, such a decrease in what you'd think. Now you get paid more if people buy your song, buy your merch, you know, if they buy something outright, obviously, because you can make a CD for a couple cents and sell it for 25, 30, you know. You know, my wristbands, my merch online. I put my merch store up, actually. I have to kind of connect it and everything still to my website, but it is up and running. I only have like one design out right now. I still gotta mess with a couple things, and I put my prices lower, and I put the quality of the items high, so I'm really not even making but a couple bucks on most of my items. But I figured, you know, one, I'll sell more, and two, I don't know, I kind of would like more people to buy it first, and I can always change the prices, you know what I mean? So I could even do like limited design things like Nelk, but, you know, we'll see what's up. We'll see. And that's the other thing too, is like, other songs I had to pay graphic designers. I had to, what if didn't make my own studio? And even that cost me a lot of fucking money and time. But if I had to pay for studio time and pay for someone to mix it, pay for someone to master it, I'm paying all these people and my song might not even go anywhere. That's crazy. So even if you get signed, you have to pay them back for studio time, pay them back for video time, pay them back your cash advance. Whether it be 20,000 or 200,000, you have to pay them back for everything. Plus, they already are gonna take like 80% just from being your managers and your label. So now, just from them being there for you, you're not even making but 15%, and then you still gotta pay other shit. So, yeah, it's pretty fucked. But besides that, I mean, if you're good at producing, or you're good tracking, mixing, mastering, you can put shit out for freelance work or get into a studio and start doing shit like that and connecting with bigger people, especially out here. So I mean, it's crazy. Even bands probably, I would say, have it easier than rappers because you have more people promoting it, and I think bands have more loyal fan groups off the bat, I would say. Unless you're like a really kind of deep controversial like rapper like Eminem or Immortal Technique or Nas, or someone who has like really good stories or really connection with people, it's gonna be hard. So it does kind of suck in that way. And yeah, they do make a lot of money in the long run, but you have to like fight to own your masters if you really want to make money, and even then you're still, it's crazy. It's nuts. So that's like my tangent for today, and fuck, this shit's crazy. It's not me like complaining or anything. I'm just saying like it's fucking tough, and that's why I kind of want to start this little kind of series where it's like, this isn't easy. This shit is not easy. It takes a lot. It takes a fuck ton, Like I was like, okay, I finally built my studio. Now I can finally record. Oh well, now I need a DAW. Okay, I don't know. Now I gotta pay for that. Now I need. There's just it's never ending. For what you need. Now I got radio play, but is that really gonna help me? I don't know. I don't have an ASCAP or a BMI, which really sucks, but I can't even get that right now. I should have got it before, because then I probably would be making some good money right now. Probably gonna catch my song in a little bit, because I think it plays at like 7:15 today. But yeah, so there's so much stuff, and rappers get paid last by far, I would say. The closest, like I said, would be bands, because they always have to split it with each other, but then you have more people promoting it, and you could be like, well, then what about rap groups? I don't know. Rap groups and bands, I feel like, are pretty similar, but I don't think rap groups have a loyal fan base until you really, really blow up, which then, yeah, obviously you're going to be making something, whether you're Wu-Tang or NWA or the Migos. Once you start to blow up, yeah. But a lot of them aren't even, maybe not them necessarily, but a lot of people that like try to flex and everything aren't really like that. They're not really living that. They're in debt, They use the money that they've gotten for advance, or they use the money that the label's like, okay, we'll buy you this, but you got to pay us back later. But they don't tell you that. Or they do in the contract and you didn't read it. You know what I mean? So they try to like trick you and whatever. Put you in a 360 deal, and then you're like, well, now you're fucked. Now you're fucked. So, and if you didn't fight to own your masters, when you get out of that deal, you don't have shit. And that's if you didn't get out with debt. So now you're fucked. Now you're definitely fucked. So, yeah. There's a lot that goes into it. And that's why I do so much like research and so much just everything. What do I need to do, And that's why I've had people that have been rapping for 15 years, that have been telling me, dude, and you're like 3 months, 6 months. You've been doing this for, it seems like, a year every month. Like I said, like been doing a lot of fucking research, and not only research, but I've been implementing it. You know, every time I'm in the studio, I get better on the mic. Every time I mix a song, I get better at it. Every time I do something, I get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. You know what I mean? Until it just is like, this is what I want to do. And I think there's a couple things I'm going to change up with some newer stuff going forward. It's definitely going to change a lot. And I never like to give it away on these videos just because, but there's just a lot. Yeah. I don't know. I almost wish I could give it away, but I don't think I'm gonna. There's a lot though, a lot. And yeah, I guess that's really it. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, this shit is, it's definitely not easy, man. I mean, like I said, I never expected it to be, and I never was like, oh my god, I wish it was, because I don't, you know, because one, that brings more competition, and two, that would mean everyone would just make it, and I want to prove myself more than just being like, this is an easy path to success, because it's not. It's risky, and it's dangerous. Although, I think college is more of a gamble, and I think more people fall for that scheme of a scam than people that follow their dreams and try to change the world or change people's minds or change something for the better or just be the best person they can be. They're just like, you know what, I'm gonna go to college because my parents told me to, and because, you know, that's how I was told you gotta live. And it's not the way, you know. It's not that it's not the way, it's just too many people fall into that path that don't know what they want to do, you know. Like, there's people that get into accounting and then they realize piloting, you know, being a pilot, whatever the fuck, I don't know exactly what to call that, but being like a pilot, you know, or a captain, getting up to that point is really what they wanted to do, and you can still make great money doing it. So you have to find almost early on, you know. And I kind of was ignoring the signs almost, because now when I look back, I'm like, you know what, I was writing since I was in like second or third grade. You know, I would write little parodies, I'd write things about gaming, you know, I'd write little songs about it. You know, I'd listen to Bryce and kind of go from his stuff, and if you guys know who the fuck that is. So, you know, I would make just little kind of like funny things or whatever, and some of the lines were actually kind of crazy, you know. They had good different like just syllables, you know, they had good syllables in them. So it was just really like something that I never thought of. You know, I would design, back when I was really big into drawing, I would design album covers, but I was never like, I'm gonna be a rapper, you know. Never, until I got out of high school. But if I would have started back when I was doing it in elementary school, you know, to middle school, to then high school, I'd be like Quadeca right now, if not bigger, you know what I mean? Because I would have been really doing it for a longer time. I don't know when he started though, but it'd be like the same shit. Like, I'd be in high school, you know, I'd already been like that, you know. So yeah, and it's cool, you know, for him that he found out this is what he wants to do so young, and he's already, you know, getting big. That's great. It's great for him. I wish I did. I always wanted to do something in school. I wanted to make like an app and try to make money that way off, you know, in school, because you can just promote it to everybody so easily. So yeah, in college probably not, but in middle school, high school, elementary, hell yeah. That's the time. That's the fucking time. Then you get out of high school and everything changes. It's crazy. It's nuts. You know, if you're still in school, you probably like have no idea what I'm talking about. When you get out of, you'll know. It's a whole different world, man. It's crazy, especially like now I moved out, so now it's even crazier. Like, everything is just, it's just so much. I don't know. It's crazy. You have to really experience it, because people try to explain it to you when you're young and you don't get it, and you have to really experience it. yeah. But like I said, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I wish it was easier, because I don't. I just think there's a couple things I'm gonna change, a couple things I'm gonna do better, and going on with these updates, make them a little bit different. But my music is definitely gonna change a little bit as well. There's a couple other things I'm gonna do. I know there's a lot I didn't really get to talk about, but I don't want to make this too long, so I think I'm gonna just end it right here for now. Smell like Old Spice. But alright, y'all. I do have some really good ideas for some new songs, but I'm not gonna share those, I don't think. Fuck. I hate being sick. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one.